Hello, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining us. It is outstanding to have you. My name is Chris, otherwise known as Wolfie, and we are live once again with massively overpowered ZOPTV, and it is time for some Farm Together 2. And I have the distinct privilege and pleasure to be joined by the amazing editor-in-chief, our boss, and the captain of this crazy golden yacht we call Massively Overpowered. Bree Royce is with us today. Hello, Bree! Woo!
Hi, Chris. Yes, Chris talked me into this. He was like, "Hey, you want to screw around on Friday and play a farming game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, I'm really thrilled that we get to do this. So yeah, this game left early access a couple of weeks ago, I think. Pretty recently, right?
Yep, yeah, and it was only in it for a year, which honestly, that's pretty good timing, all told, for most games and multiplayer games.
That's really good timing for sure. So yeah, and like I said in the stream post, this week has felt like a month. So we just need some cozy, and that's what's happening. So right. Now I just need to remember how to get to you.
That is actually fair. I set my farm public, but do you want me to come to your farm first so people can see what it looks like when you are, a noob?
You know what? Yeah, I did. I forgot we named it Massively Over Farming.
Oh, that's perfect.
Also good to
If
see
your
you, Average
farm is
Teacup, Toaster Master, and Darth Ball. Sorry, go on ahead.
No. If your farm is public, I'll try to find you. Do you know if it is? Or you can give me your code. That would even be easier. Chris is like, there's a code.
There's a code?
Okay, if you click on if you're in the what is it called? Like in the
The farm
login screen
settings.
before you get there, click on My Farms and then click on the farm you're talking about. Oh, though I thought there was the code. Okay, hold on. Where the heck is the code? I never do this,
No,
so
it's
this isn't.
it's public. My farm is online public, so it should.
Okay, well, you called it massively overfarmed? I should be able to find
Over
it then.
farming, yeah. I'd
Oh,
have the
I
code too if you
see.
need it.
There's no way to find it because there's no way to like sort, or I'm kind of disappointed they haven't fixed this yet.
Ah,
There's no way to sort, and there's no way to like by person or by farm, and there's no way to search. So it only shows like, I don't know, 50 farms or something.
that's weird. Well, I do have my code
So,
if you need it.
okay, what's your code?
It's QVT C2V.
Aha, joining session. That worked.
Yay! There you go. Sweet. Yeah, I think everything kind of fell apart because I have not played the game since we were together. So that's fine though. Hello.
That's not really an endorsement, I don't think, Chris.
Look,
If it didn't pull you enough to play even a little bit more, I don't know if this is gonna be for everybody else either.
Hey, it's fine. Oops, that was a button that I hit. Other things got in the way. I just got, distracted. I'm easily distracted. I can't believe you. Can you believe that? I got easily distracted.
I actually can't. Well, to be fair, we make you stream a lot of weird things, so what's one more weird thing, really?
You know what? That's a good point. I have so many potatoes.
Oh, honey, you are in for such a treat when you see my total no lifer farm.
Oh, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. That's why I wanted to start yours, because mine is all just very kind of basic and sad. But this is going to be like level 1, and then we'll go to level 100.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's valuable for people to see, like, it doesn't really take that much to go from 0 to hero in this game, because it's not a game where you win, and maybe MMO players will really understand with that and vibe with that, right? Because I mean, you
Right.
can't win in an MMO. You're supposed to just play it and keep playing it forever and ever and ever and ever, and then you just, at some point, yes, you are accumulating more and more, but then you kind of go into creative mode, and you're spending all of the stuff you've accrued to like build it out to make it look really cool, and that's like I think where Milkstone is going with it now.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
They've started adding fluff, and I
That-
really like the fluff.
That was always my impression about the game in general anyway, one way or the other. It was just basically about that kind of experience. Just because the last time we streamed this, people had like mega like leveled up their farms. Like they were like models of incredible efficiency, and it was really remarkable. So
No, that was totally wild because the game had just come into early access.
yeah,
And like for people to have gotten as far as they got, they must have literally done nothing but play that game for like 2 weeks. It was barely even brand new at that time. That was crazy. Now, I mean, it's been a year, so you could expect some no lifing to have gone on, but back then that was people are crazy about this game.
yeah, most definitely. Nothing to see, move along. Yeah, no, nothing to see. It's just no, don't worry about it. If you didn't give Chris so much work, says Brito. uh, I give myself as much work as she did, to be honest with you. It's all right. You know what? I'm gonna make this a cornfield. So let's do that.
Yeah, do you think we should recap like what this game is for people who are going, what the heck?
Yes.
This is not an MMO. Like
No.
let's say that first. It's not an MMO. It is multiplayer, but you can jump around to other people's farms, and in fact the game really rewards you for farming other people's place and for having them come. It's a little bit, I hate to say this because you guys are gonna go, ooh, but it's a little bit like Farmville, but like way like Farmville plus 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
Farmville without the predatory monetization, frankly.
yes, and the constant attempt to wiggle its way into your friends list and like take advantage of your social connections. It was so creepy, and I hated that so much.
It really
This
was.
is not
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not like that. This one is much more chill. And it has like a lot of that same sort of idle hangout feel to it, but but also without like it just lets you hang out. It doesn't like force you to buy extra time or any of this other nonsense. Like it really just it's way more relaxed and way less stressful, and it just doesn't feel nearly as I don't know. It's just not as oppressive. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot more laid back.
Yeah, and there is a lot of grind. Like I won't pretend that there isn't. It's just that you don't have to do it, and sometimes it's really easy to automate it. So there's like NPCs you can use to do some of the chores for you. And once you get your tractor, you can have the tractor plow giant. That's what I've done with my farm. You'll see this. I have set up my farm so you can start your tractor at the far left corner of the 7 squares across, and just start and then tab out and then do something else. So I do this sometimes when I'm working. I will just start it and tab out. I can proof an entire news post in the time it takes me to get from one side of the screen to the other, flip, and then do it again, and I'll just crank them out. I'll sit there on Saturday especially and do this because there's no time stress really.
Sure.
Just one at a time, just keep cranking them out. And that way I'm getting 2 things done at once. It doesn't feel so much like I'm working on the weekend, which I am, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
I like that vibe.
Yeah. There are a lot. I don't hate idle games that allow you to do a little something else at the same time. It's just it doesn't feel like you have to sit there and stare at a clock, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of you're allowed to do other work, and then all of a sudden you sort of turn to that other screen or turn back to the game, and they're like, oh hey, now I got something else I can get going. And yeah, no cheesy energy mechanics. Nope, definitely not.
Well,
Or are there?
kind
Oh,
of.
are there?
I mean, not
Oh,
not cheesy.
okay.
Like there's fuel. So you can like manually harvest forever, but this is a fool's game and you should not do this. Like you'd be clicking all day long. The fuel powers up the tractors. So eventually you will run out of fuel, and then the trick is you're supposed to like level up your fuel reserve thing with the town to get to the point where you can really do a whole bunch of stuff, 20 minutes of farming almost, unmanually, like AFK, before
Really?
you run out
Okay.
of fuel, and then your other fuel tanks recharge. So that's the other thing. You just end up with like crap tons of fuel tanks and just go to the next tank. And I haven't run out of fuel like that, where I couldn't progress at all. since like the first couple of weeks of the game
And
when I
I think
finally
we've
figured out how it was going to work.
And I think I remember us when we were visiting farms, like a lot of people's farms allowed you to refuel too, I believe, if I remember rightly too, right? Wasn't that something that we did?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're going to do that. They'll put fuel tanks everywhere because they're trying to get people, like to actually do it and not run out.
Right. So now that I've gotten my very little, simple, soft little farm back on track, shall we go visit yours?
Okay, let me see if I can find my code is no wait, that's your code. How do I have to go to mine first and then get my code? I bet
Uh,
that's what it is.
Probably. Yeah, Toaster Master says, I appreciate the massive level disparity between these two.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even looked at my level in forever. Like I don't it doesn't matter, like so I don't pay attention.
Yeah.
So far as I know anyway, maybe it matters and I haven't figured this out yet, but it's really just like a marker of as you level up you can get more stuff to plant and stuff. I really have no life this. Okay, so my farm is called how do I get to it? I guess I'll just log in. It's called Strawberry Fields, but you won't be able to find it because of their search button, I guess. But let me get you the code.
All right, I'm ready for the code whenever you are.
Okay, it's TKQAED.
That's almost like a word. Advanced farming technique. Bounce a tractor on the crops. Yes, 100%. Way! Woo!
So
Oh.
welcome to my weird farm.
I immediately dig on the cozy, chilled place surrounded by this moat. This is... Oh, that's lovely.
I feel very torn between like being very power gaming about this and like totally being a cozy gamer about this. So I have like this little area is like my cozy gamer area and then everything else is power gamer central.
There's like a few tiles of chill, and then everything else is your SWG factory kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's totally fair. Yeah. And then yeah, you can have lots of houses. I'm looking forward to them adding more houses. This is one reason I'm really glad they're finally out of early access and they'll start cranking out freaking DLC. I know people don't want to pay money, but it was like $2 last time in the first game. The DLC were so cheap and they were totally worth it. They'd add houses, they'd add crops, they'd add animals. It was like clothes and like decor and stuff. I haven't decorated my houses, but some people get way into decorating their houses.
Sure.
That's totally worth it to me. And then you end up with like 10 different houses, or you can all go on like one style and make, like Japanese koi pond with like a little pagoda and all that stuff, and go ham on one thing. And other people are just like, no, this is like a circus festival. Everything, all the things, like just dump them in there. So all I've got right now is what's available. Except for trains. I haven't actually done any trains yet. We'll have to find some other place with trains.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll find something like that. But honestly, this is really, really lovely. Just all right. So, how about we take a tour, shall we?
Yeah. You should go down and look in the mines.
There's mines.
I'm gonna take Chris down into the basement, and I'm totally like, this is not weird at all. I promise.
Yeah, that didn't sound strange whatsoever. Nope.
But yeah, they added this mine thing. I don't like the mines. I should be very clear. I think the mine kind of sucks, but I like that they were thinking of new things. Are you allowed to access it? Can you get in there?
No, I cannot. There's no like interaction.
Oh no. Let me see if I can change that.
Nice knowing you, Wolf. Yeah, this will be the last stream for my stint of OPTV. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Here we go.
Okay, I turned on mine minerals. See if that lets you in, maybe?
That would be the entrance that we're stood in front of, right?
Yep.
So,
It's still not letting you in?
still, I'm not seeing any context button that allows me to enter. No, it's still just kind of blank. I mean, I see like
Let me see.
the basket.
Sorry guys,
indicating.
there's like 500 freaking settings in here for what I can have you. I'm just gonna turn everything on.
Okay.
Chris can do all the things. I'm sure he can't possibly break anything. There's only so much you could break.
Challenge
Feed
accepted, Bree.
plants
You had not.
with us.
You must not read from the book. Oh, there we go. Now I can get in there. Okay.
Okay, you have access to everything now.
Oh, interesting. You actually don't like this? This is cool. Are you
It
kidding
is
me?
really cool, actually. It's got all the mushrooms, it's got all the, or you can, I haven't even fully expanded it out, but here's the thing, there's no way to do this, like automated. You have to manually harvest everything. So all of these resources end up being very valuable, and I am very lazy, so I don't want to do that.
I don't know if I'm gonna say efficient, not lazy. I'm gonna call it efficient.
That's
But
very kind of you, but
but at the same time, I am all about this. This is my jam. I can't begin to tell you how much time I spent in the mines while in Stardew Valley, for example. Like, I did so much underground delving in Stardew. And
and
also
I never even got far enough in Stardew to see anything like that.
and also did that a lot in my time at Portia and my time at Sandrock too. Like that was also a lot of what I did. I guess I just like mining.
No, I mean, I think you're onto something there. I'm sure that's why they decided to add this. The OG game did not have anything like this.
Oh, did it not? Really?
Nope, no mining, nothing like that, and you couldn't like there was no area off site. There was no like a portal, like a hole into some other space like this. That
Right.
was just not a thing. Everything, literally, even the town, like the places where you could sell your crops and stuff, that was also on your farm. There was no way to leave it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and
So that's
also,
kind of why I think it's worth looking at. Is it shows that Milkstone was really trying to come up with fresh ideas and actually has the tech infrastructure to pull stuff like this off.
yeah, I do appreciate that they did try to expand on what already worked, because it would have been easy for them to just effectively rehash a lot of what worked with the first game. So that they were trying to do a little more that's really cool, especially for somebody who's never played this series before, like myself.
No, that's totally fair because a lot of people complained about that when they first hit early access. They were like, "This is just a reskin. You're just trying to get us the Milkstone milking us, that kind of stuff. They're just trying to
Uh,
get more money." And I was like, "Well, I can kind of understand that. The characters are similar, the vibe is similar, the graphics are similar, and a lot of the mechanics are really just copy paste because there's only so many ways to do a farming game."
sure.
But to me, that tractor just the tractor all by itself makes me never want to log into the original game ever again.
The
'Cause
tractor
that
is such a
I know.
brilliant quality of life feature. Are you kidding me? I love that. It's such a cool
It
addition.
completely changes the game. It's a completely different game because of the tractor. It's wild.
Also, it's really cute, which is another big thing for me. Like, I love the cute and cozy vibe of this whole thing, honestly. You're level 12 already, 200 more to go. Yeah. Just lock me down in the mines, Bree. I'll catch up with you soon enough.
Oh man. Yeah, you know what? If you wanted to level your own character as opposed to your own farm, you can do that. My daughter plays this game sometimes, and she doesn't really work on her own farm. She will only go to other people's farms and just farm over there because they've already got everything. She gets to see all the things, and we get that out of her system and level up her own tune. So you can do that.
That's pretty smart, actually. I appreciate that that's something that can be done. I do not hate being hired help for other people's farms. Are you kidding me? That's fine.
It's worth it. Like I said, they've come up with really cool ways to reward you for doing it, not just having you level up, which I still don't know what leveling up actually does. But like they'll give you these special badges and stuff, the little ticket things that you can then use on your farm hands and whatnot. So a lot of people will grind this out, especially if their own farms are kind of where they wanted them to be. They'll just spend time on other people's stuff. And the events, we should look at the event before you go too.
Yes.
At some point, because that's another way you're really being pushed to other people's farms.
Yeah, I did notice that they had this. Yeah, it's literally all over the screen right now. The dazzling hayride event that is going on. So, okay.
Yep,
So,
that one is brand new. They've done a bunch of events so far, like maybe 2, 3. I did the Easter one and it was very grindy. Like, so
oh,
grindy I didn't bother to finish it. But I mean, some people if you are playing this game, you're probably okay with the grind. It's kind of grindy, but yeah, I just like that they're giving reasons to go other places and giving reasons to you to unlock your farm and let people in. Otherwise, people would just play and they'd never see another soul, you know? And I like this being feeling more multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the fact that they are encouraging people visiting. Just that's so nice. Right. So now that I've gathered all this stuff, where should I put it, or did it go into automatically into your hoppers, so to speak?
Yep, that's exactly what happens.
Okay.
Whoever farms on your farm, all of that stuff comes to the actual farm owner's inventory, which
Oh,
can be
great.
kind of a pain sometimes if that person is overloaded and doesn't even realize that people are doing it.
All right. Well, I mean, apologies for eating all of your mined minerals, but here we go.
It's totally fine. I'm not mad at all. No, if you hit M, then you can see the top down. I should show you my thinking on this, and you can see how
Wow.
tiny the space we're actually in actually
Yeah,
is.
I just zoomed out. It's like I had that same feeling that when I first opened the skill tree in Path of Exile just now.
It
That's
is pretty
incredible.
wild. All of the blue stuff is all of the fish. Fish is a really, really fast way of making lots of gems, which I don't really need anymore, but I did a lot in the beginning, especially. So many fish, and you can kind of just put your guy right on like 11. Those are all teleports. So you can click on the teleports to jump around. Just put your guy there and just take the tractor and just start, and you will just farm all of those fish all the way over to 39. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Just it's insane, and then you can trade those for gems and whatnot. So actually need the gems a lot for unlocking all the boxes. All of the boxes you guys can see. I want to say the entirety of the map. This is the whole size of the map. Although you can have more than one map if you want, but I don't really use my other one, so it's too much trouble to zone back and forth. But it's basically a 7 by 7 grid, so you're looking at 49 squares, and you unlock each one at a time, and each one you unlock is more expensive than the last one. So by the end, it's like 50 or 70,000 gems per box just to unlock them. But
So
it's totally
this
worth it.
this represents a whole lot of grind then in this case. It's kind of
I
what I'm
mean,
getting.
I guess it's grind, except that so much of it is AFK grind that I don't feel like I was spending a lot of time clicking. So like, just like you just did with the fish, or you were about to do with the fish, you can do that with pretty much everything else on my farm. That's how I've designed it. So you just start over at the far left, the 1, 5, 9, 12, 15, 20, wherever it is you want to start, whatever you're going for, and just go in a row
And
and
just
just let it
ride it.
go
Yeah.
on autopilot. And then you get down to the end, and I've put little fuel tanks at each end. So you just automatically refuel when you bonk into the end, and
Oh
then you
wow,
just
you.
turn yourself around.
That's actually brilliant. It sounds crazy when you say it aloud, but that I personally think that's genius. Are you kidding me? Wow, that is really smart design. My goodness, you thought.
Smart or real? I mean, like, that's a lot of oil tanks. I feel like I might be contributing to global warming just by playing this game with all the fuel tanks I have running.
Oh, it's fine. Everything's there's these. I'm sure the fuel is really more like Kool-Aid or something like that. It's just it's juice.
And I need you guys to know that this is nothing. Absolutely nothing. When Chris starts bouncing around to the really high-end elite players, you're gonna laugh because this is like small peanuts compared to what people will pull off. I mean that. I'm dead serious. People take this to like they'll make it pretty. Like the devs even added like these special glow lights that you can put down on your plot that don't take up space so that your map looks pretty. So people will
Really?
design their farms so that their maps look awesome on overhead with light. It's insane what they do. Mine is efficient, yes, like a spreadsheet, yes, but it is not a work of art. Those people do works of art.
Literal Excel spreadsheet works of art. That's so cool. Who knew Bree was a Megacorp CEO all this time?
I think you guys knew when I showed you the Star Wars spreadsheets. You
Yeah,
knew.
you knew. Y'all knew. This is not. This is. If you know any little bit about how Bree plays games like this is not remarkable. But at the same time, it's still astonishing to see one way or the other. Personally, like walking through her factories when I was doing SWG for Choose My Adventure I was in awe, truly awed by what she managed to put together. It really was incredible. Oh my goodness.
It's fun. This just works for my brain. We were just talking about that in our overthinking. We were talking about flow. This is one of those things that puts me in flow. Just being able
Mm,
to plan it out and then execute it. I just, it totally does stuff for me.
yeah, I get it. I genuinely do get it. I feel the same when so like one of my big flow games for me is Farming Simulator 22. Like that
Oh yeah.
so like that gets into like really into the weeds. It's not near as like streamlined. It's trying to simulate as much of actual farm stuff as possible. So, but at the same time, that still requires like a deep amount of focus, and you just sort of you line up your tasks and you just let them ride. And I'm still like directly controlling. It's not nearly as AFK as this game is, but it's a similar sort of mindset. You're still making sure things are lined up and putting down what you want or managing things. I understand. I really do understand.
Especially if you live in a place where you're never gonna have a farm and the best you can do is like a tiny patch in a garden
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
bad at it.
yeah,
So this is like the video
exactly.
game.
Yeah, I'm never gonna live in the country. I have managed to kill a cactus, so I not, that's just games like this. I understand. I truly do. All right, shall we?
I am not a
Should
plant
we?
person.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Going ahead. I apologize.
Oh, I was just gonna laugh. Like I gave up on plants. I've killed so many plants that we literally just buy fake plants now. That's it. They never die. All you gotta do is dust them. They love it.
Yeah, I'm with you. We have a flower vase with Lego flowers in it, so I get it. 5 minutes of fame? What was that? That's interesting.
Oh, I started while we were chatting. I started doing the We're completing quests.
Ah,
Why not? I couldn't help it. I saw the orange thing. So on the map, you can see where your quest, like anything that has a quest. Did I mention there are tons of quests? Like you're not just randomly doing this. It's very, they're trying to like pull you in different directions. You can go and load up on quests, and then it tells you what you have to harvest and whatnot. In fact, was it Fisty who said something? He was in the thread where we were talking about this launch, and he started playing it with one of his kids or maybe his wife, I'm not sure, and they didn't like it because of the grind, and they thought, getting started was hard, and I agree. I think getting started in this game is really challenging, but like if you can make it past the first couple of hours, then it just starts, especially once the quests start falling in, and you're okay with coming back tomorrow, because a lot of this stuff, like, it takes a while, you know what I mean? It takes a
sure.
while to grow. It's not overnight, even if you water. So if you're looking for like all of that satisfaction right this instant, a lot of times that's not going to work. This is not that kind of game. This is a
Right,
come back later game.
right, right. Yeah, it's similar to Animal Crossing in that regard, or in some respects, Paleo too, a little bit. So I
We should
understand.
stream Palea at some point, Chris.
Yes,
We gotta
absolutely.
do it.
I want to stream. I would love to stream Paleo with you. Are you kidding me? Also, I'm just kind of giggling because I was walking down the street and just seeing all of these numbers popping up in the distance. It was amazing. You're just very casually talking about what you're doing while at the same time just all these numbers and coins and things off in the distance. So cool.
I wasn't even doing anything. I was just letting it run, right? I wasn't even clicking. But I just noticed they've actually, part of this event is to plant sparklers. So I'm going to plant sparklers real quick.
All right, where are you located right now? Oh, you're over near 9. Okay, I'm heading your way.
So that's what they do with a lot of the events. They'll add like specialty crops that make no sense. Like it was like rabbits or like golden eggs or something. And at Christmas time, it was presents, like
These are
present
literal
crops.
like fireworks. Yeah. What? Huh. All right.
So this must be their 4th of July, their Independence Day event, is my guess.
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Probably. Or like, yeah, I guess that's about as close of an analog because I was about to suggest like New Year, but like, no, we are well past like the Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year stuff.
But this is so grindy. I know I won't come back to do this. Like, it's funny though. Like the extrinsic motivation of the events does not work on me because I look at it. It's just too high a mountain, and I just won't bother.
Sure.
But the intrinsic motivation of coming back and making something I care about or doing my own thing is still there. I haven't lost it after a year.
Yeah, I was about to suggest is probably the fact that you make your own goals is probably the bigger hook than doing what you're told, so to speak. I can appreciate that.
I think, if I can be honest, part of it too. Are you following me on
I
foot?
am totally
Now
following
I
that
feel
point.
like I think you can get on your own tractor if you
I
want.
can.
It's okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
making him follow behind me like my puppy, my dog, and my wolf back there.
Bork.
No, I think part of the problem with the events, the rewards are not that great, which is
Really? Oh
weird because
no! Really?
at least for me, they just don't do anything for me because I don't care about decorating my houses here. I don't think it's like
Oh.
robust enough to make it worth my time to do that when Palia exists, when Star Wars exists, when you know what I mean, all those other
Hmm.
The Sims. If I wanted to do that, I'd go someplace that's way better at it. This is a really
Yes.
good farming game. Those games have farming, but they are not farming games. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
one totally this is if you want to farm, this is your jam.
Yeah.
But like so when all of the events are like cranking out like decor pieces, I don't know, I'm just kind of like, unicorn or GTFO because that's what I'm looking for. I'm not kidding. Like the original game would do things like that. They give out like unicorn, like just for the events, and that's what I want. I want cool stuff like that. I
As
want
in
new
like
props
a
that are permanent,
unicorn mount or like.
like actual unicorns.
Oh.
Yeah,
What?
that's actually worth pointing out. Like well, if you go down to the animals, you'll see. I don't. There are no horses in this game yet, but like there's ducks and cows, and you farm them just like I'm farming crops up here, and the trees and the fish and everything. So
Right. Right.
they had horses in the original game. They don't have them yet, unless they've added them when I wasn't paying attention. But they keep telling us they're adding rideable freaking horses. They promised us a pony, and I haven't gotten my pony yet.
They promised us a pony. I love that. The fact that they haven't delivered on the promised pony, that is absolutely inexcusable. I 100% agree.
I thought it was going to come out before the actual launch. So when they announced the launch, it was kind of like, "Oh, we're launching tomorrow." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And Discord was like, "Wait, what? What is happening? You can't just bust out with a launch." They were like, "Well, we said we were going to launch in the spring and it's been a year, so we're doing it." But I didn't get a pony.
So, where's the pony, Milkstone? Huh? Give up the pony.
I'm sure they'll do it. I'm ripping on them here, but
Sure.
I think at one point I counted up and they had done over 100 patches in between last May and this May. It was
Right.
probably way more than that. Like it was more than a patch a week, and they were substantive patches. They really expanded the hell out of the heck out of the
Oh, you can
animals
say
and
it.
the flowers and
It's fine.
everything.
Hell is
Well,
okay.
my boss will get really mad.
Yeah,
So.
well, I'm gonna report you to. I'm gonna report you to our boss.
I've forgotten what I was saying. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wasn't that important?
With the amount of patches, it's not like they've been idle or anything like that. I think was your point.
No,
Yeah.
they've really cranked out a lot of stuff. Even the mining stuff came in as like a patch earlier. Was it earlier this year, the end of last year? They have Milkstone like really impresses me. I don't say this about a lot of indie studios. Most of them are like, we make excuses for them. You know what I mean? We're like,
Sure.
oh, they're so cute and indie. Oh, they're trying their best. God
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
Bless their heart. You know what I mean? That's
Yep.
how I feel about them. And no, this team is just, I feel like they always know what they're doing and they've always got a plan. I had a bug report once and I complained about it in Discord and they had it fixed in 5 minutes and pushed a client patch that fast. I was like, how did you even do that? Like, do you guys not sleep? Like, what are you guys doing over there?
That is remarkable. Wow, that's genuinely putting other studios, indie or otherwise, to huge shame. Incredible.
Super impressive. So, I mean, it's one of the reasons I bought it in early access. You guys know me. I don't do that very often. But I knew they'd deliver. They delivered in the first game. I knew they'd deliver on this one, and I was right.
Yeah. No pony rage. Yeah, get on the Discord and rabble rouse. Exactly.
Except for the ponies, yes. Do you want to, I don't know, can you get to the town in my farm? Are you able to see town?
Let's find out. I'm gonna head back to this, and yeah, it says travel to town, so I can do that.
There you go. And so this is my town. Everybody gets a town. You can decorate them a little tiny bit. One of the original promises was that you were going to be able to really rehash them, and I think people thought that meant we could make an Old West town, or a Chinese town, or a moon town. And right now you kind of can. It still looks like these Italianate villa style towns, and you can change some of the decorations, but right now it's all decorated for. I didn't do this. This is like a default thing that the game does for their events. So
Right, I
that's
think you
kind of
like put
tacky,
down like
honestly.
you put down like storefronts in specific corners or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The idea of is that as you level up, you get a little store, and then you level up the stores also, so they buy more of your stuff and it's worth more money. And you kind of just trade around all your carrots. You turn them in for coins, or you turn them in for gems, whatever it is you're turning them in for, and then level your way up. Buy the things you actually wanted, or buy the tickets, or buy more quests, and yeah, buy more fuel capacity, that sort of thing. So you end up like, I don't know how many, I have no idea actually how many little stalls there are. If you hit M, you can actually count them, but I'm not going to do that.
There are quite a few actually. That's definitely nowhere the compared to like your, as somebody put it in the chat, they the project timetable layout. This is a lot. This is way more chill.
Yeah, and part of it is because you just don't have that kind of control.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
say all the little exclamation point dudes, those are like mini quests. I think this is I think why it's so disappointing, because now that I've seen something like Palia, and how the questing in the towns in these kinds of social games are supposed to work, this is not that. Like,
sure.
don't get excited about that. These NPCs are like anonymous. They're like, they don't. If they have names, I don't even know. Like, they're just
They're
kind of
Oblivion
random.
NPCs. Yeah.
Yeah, and their quest will be like, trade me this and you can have this, and you can say no, and then they'll say okay. Or, you know what I mean? There's like nothing else to it. If you want real quests, there is one of the buildings will allow you to actually like load up on extra quests, but you have to pay badges for them, or whatever they're called, medals. You have the pink ones. So you get like so many, I think 3 or 4 quests by default, and then you can have like 4 more. I kind of like that actually, because then you could be working on a whole bunch of quests all at the same time, which just fits the way the farming style works,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not, some stuff isn't in season right now, and some stuff will take 12 hours to grow, that sort of thing.
Right. Okay, I get you. Yeah, but there's definitely a difference between the questing and Paleo, which has like a lot of personality and story and other steps to it, and something like this where it's literally just to-do lists.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I personally preferred, I think I said this in my post, or maybe it was in the comments of the post. I think Eleni was asking about it. And I was like, this is probably my biggest letdown. Like, the thing with the mining, I don't like it, but I can ignore the mining. Who cares?
Sure.
I just don't take quests with mining. I just cancel them. With this town, though, I actually liked the way the first game did it better, because all of these little stalls looked like little farmers market stalls, and you could put them wherever you wanted on your farm. So you could make your own village and your own town right there, like in your village
Oh,
center if you wanted,
really?
or spread them out, do whatever you want. The downside was that they were just that market style. You couldn't, if you were making like a lunar colony and all your plants were like weird lunar mushrooms or something, it would still look out of place. But like, they could have fixed that with more skinning and stuff. Here though, you're really stuck with it. You always got to zone out for it. You got to, I just don't like it. I think I would scrap this whole thing. I'd put it back the way the original game had it. That's probably the only thing I'm gonna say that for.
Sure, you should like go all in or just don't do it at all. Right, I get it.
That's it exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, MJ. Good to see you. I made it. I get to watch Bree and Chris
Wait,
farm.
is that MJ?
That is MJ. Yeah, that's MJ in the chat under the massively overpowered account. Yeah, that's her.
Wait, that's just an NPC. I'm crazy.
No, I'm talking about
Where's
in the
MJ? Oh, she's not in the game.
not in the
I see
game.
what
I'm
you
in the
mean.
chat. No, I
Who
was
is that? No,
I was
it's
talking
some
about the
random
Twitch
NPC.
chat. No, no. That's no. MJ is not somebody you can talk to unless she's a ninja and hiding in plain sight.
MJ, I will trade you 3 beans for
Exactly.
a pony. For a pony. Where's my pony?
She wants the pony, y'all. It's just, man. If Milkstone is watching this, pony now. Pony. I can't zoom in closer, so I can't stare into the fourth wall hard enough. Ponies. Give the ponies. MJ must be this outrageously dressed NPC, surely.
Oh, You said she was here, and that's the only other
I'm
person on the
sorry.
screen. So that's what I thought you meant.
I didn't. I should have specified it in the chat. My bad.
Hey, Chris, I meant to ask you, can you see the dog that's following me around?
I
Is
can.
that visible to you?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, that's another thing they've added. They add pets, and like there's a little fairy that can follow you around and light up the area around you. There's a cat if you want the cat instead of the dogs. It's actually just really darling. There's like no need for any of it. It's totally cosmetic and fun. You could get your own dog.
I love that. Also, that dog doesn't look like it has a single thought behind its eyes. Look at this guy. He's just.
I love him. He's so
wonderful.
dumb. He's a big dumb dog.
He's
so
so
cute.
dumb looking. I love it. In terms of just not like visually speaking. I mean, in terms of just intelligence level, he is not a care in this hecking world at all.
All right, I think, do I have anything else interesting to show you? I don't think that I do. I think that's literally the extent of
Yeah.
the new stuff. We should go to somebody else's farm and try to find the trains.
Yes, I was about to suggest that we head back and try to do some farm searching. Let's see.
I should tell you guys ahead of time, the trains are like, if you have ever played Trove, the MMORPG Trove, you know how you can get on those little carts and like ride around and people will make tracks, or Astroneer has something similar to this too.
Hmm.
You can ride around on the tracks, but in Trove they make music. These do not make music, but this is the same kind of vibe. There's no like, the train can technically take you places, but it's way slower than just using a teleport, so it's literally cosmetic. You can make your own train ride through your village or around your crops, whatever you want. It's totally unnecessary, but that's what makes it cute.
That is super. It's not unnecessary if it brings some sort of joy or whimsy or just a smile to what you're doing. It's never useless if you ask me. Like people are like grumbly at like housing in MMOs or glamour systems and things like that. Like that's still a part of the stickiness that makes games like these work, man. Are you kidding me? Why would you want to push that away? All right, so I found a map called Cozy Town Acres, by the way. Sorry to.
Cozy Town?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't. Is there a way I can like see the code from here, or do I just click it through?
If they have it public, then you don't need a code.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah,
But
Cozy
I
Town
don't know
Acres.
if I will be able to find it also, like, because it seems random, totally random which ones it shows everybody.
That
Oh,
is-
actually, I'm wrong. I did see it, so I'm coming too.
Sweet.
The problem is too many people are playing this game. Like, it would actually be more helpful if some of you would go away. Like,
Wow. Okay then.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
All right, so immediately I dig on the orchard whole thing. That's cool. Look at all these trees. I didn't know that. I actually love running orchards and farms. Honestly, that's my kind of farming experience, or the sort of thing I would want to do.
No, that's funny, Chris, because I really like the idea of being an orchard operator more than a farm cropper, and I don't know
Yeah.
why I have that in my head. But the trees are a lot harder to navigate. You have to really organize them by season so that you're being really efficient when you're farming through them. Because otherwise, they cycle in and out. Like if they're up in spring, they're always up in spring that first time you harvest them, and then
Yep.
they won't be back until spring again. And then that's really annoying. And then they're all out of sync with each other, and like. For me, that really irritates me. It gets under my skin in a way where like the flowers are not like that. You can just wait a day and all the flowers will be up, and then you can do the flowers in one nice long hedgerow, and that's super satisfying to me.
Speaking of, these flower fields are really lovely, I have to say. I like there's like a little bit of planning, but also a little bit of just style and color to it. That's really lovely. These are nice. I don't know why I'm trying to avoid rolling over them like I'm going to crush the flowers. What is wrong with me? Anyway. That makes
I
no
don't
sense.
see a train in this one. Bummer.
There is no train. No, there isn't. But, like, this is cute. And this is, like, a lower level. Like, I think it's, like, this person was, like, they're at level 63 or whatever. And it's still nice. Like, this is really good. I can see the formations of a plan coming together here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, their bottom section looks so like organized and cute.
It
But they're also,
does.
oh, that's the thing they're doing. See all the pink things down at the bottom on the map?
Yeah.
This guy is going ham on farming whatever I don't know if it's sparklers or something else.
Yeah,
The
those look like
event
those are
stuff.
sparklers. Yep. They're all
A lot of
sparklers
people
here.
will like completely revamp their entire farm around this to make people come in and like totally fill out their events.
Really? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, everything here is sparkler. So this is probably like uh, their dedicated event farm, so to speak.
With sprinklers and everything. That
Yep.
is hardcore. See what I mean? People go way nuttier on this than I do. I don't have sprinklers on my crops. I'm way too cheap for that.
The farm owner was there apparently. I didn't notice them. But oh wait, is that them? No, that's a
Yeah, that's him.
okay.
They've got to be on here. You can't have your farm open unless you're on it.
Unless
You know
they're
what I
on
mean?
it. Oh, okay. It's not just open constantly. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Although there are a lot of people, if you go into Discord or Reddit, who will leave them on like all the time. They'll just like nudge their mouse to keep it up, just to encourage people to visit.
That's actually that's actually kind of adorable. I'm gonna be honest. That's super cute. All right, shall we visit somewhere else then?
Yes, let's find trains.
Let's
I
find
haven't actually seen
trains.
the trains in action outside of a video yet, which is why I really want to go and find one.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, no, they're. I would really love a bro house. I would really love if somebody like just noted the fact that there's trains there. Secret garden, mega farm. Natsua Farms, event map. There are a lot of event maps. You are not kidding about people going in on these things.
It's what people want. I mean, that's what they're looking for if they're looking to join a farm. Because that's one of the things the event makes you do. You have to harvest so many things in other people's farms. So, and have, you know what I mean, and have other people harvest yours.
I'm getting a real like City of Heroes XP farm mission vibe to it all. You know? Does that make any sense? I don't
Yeah,
know if
no,
that
that's
does.
kind of fair. I kind of understand what you mean. There's something in it for everybody. It's a very cooperative kind of grind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I went to one called Acre Acres. It's like all fish on one side and all pink stuff on the other side. And no
Acres.
trains.
Oh, no trains.
I'm leaving.
All right, I found one called Sunset Ranch. Maybe that will have something. If nothing else, it might have lots of animals to look at. So I'm gonna check that out. I also did say Chloro Farm. Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, I love that. That's good.
Trying to earn more coins. I'm currently away. Remember to sign the guest book. Okay. All right. So immediately I'm greeted by a few llama topiary. That's something. Sheep topiaries. This pink stuff is probably more of that. Oh wait, I see train tracks.
Wait, which one are you on?
The map is called oh goodness, why am I blanking out on it? It's seriously, what is the name of this farm? Sunset Ranch. See train tracks, but no train.
No.
They have a train station, I think this is?
Maybe that's how I don't actually know how it works. Crap. I should have researched this ahead of time.
Well, we're finding this out together. I don't dislike having this discovery. What is that? Oh, that's a big old teddy bear just chilling in the front. That's so cute. Okay.
No, if you click on the train station, the train pops out. Oh my
Does
god,
it?
I'm on a train.
Oh,
Yes, go
oh,
do
oh,
it.
oh. Oh, hang on a second. I'm coming. Gotta drive. There you are. Can I join the train or can I? Oh no, I think
it's a single one. Go if you click on the train station, it'll let you on probably.
Sweet. Okay, hang on a second. Yay!
This is exactly what I was hoping for, that it would feel like, old-timey trains at like a old-timey amusement park or something.
Yes. Oh, this is like I see where this would be useful for efficiency's sake to get from one place to another if you didn't use like teleport points or whatever. But like also this is so charming. Oh, I love this. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm sold, said Average Teacup. This is wonderful. Oh my goodness. And the little chugga noise. This, yeah. So now you want some railroad tracks on your farm, Bree, do you think?
The problem is, if I did that, I would have to take apart like things that I already have, and I don't want to. That's why I haven't done it. Again, I mentioned I'm very lazy, and I have it set up as I have a system.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that's lazy. Definitely not lazy in this case. That your farm is very expressly built for the purposes that you have set up. I don't know that that's uprooting that is going to be a very simple job like that. So I get it. That's not lazy. That is a big ask. If only Farms IRL were like that. Yeah, no kidding, right? Seriously. Oh, that's
I
so
will say one
charming.
really cool thing though is that you can go in and just click a button, and it'll wipe your entire farm for you, and like refund you everything, so you can start with a clean slate.
Oh, really?
So if I started over, I might do that. Just not so that I wouldn't have to grind again. Like I'd keep a certain percentage of my wealth, right?
Right,
But
right.
then I could redesign it without having to undesign it, which takes forever.
Yeah, that's so there's some potential there. I mean, that depends. It really does seem like the way you have your farm set up is perfect for the way you play the game, because you mentioned, proofing something and then coming back and starting another line of harvest. Also, look at all these pigs. My God, look at these round boys. Look at this boy. Wow. That's a chonker. Oh, I'm pushing him. My bad. I love
Somebody
how.
clip that. Somebody clip that out of context. They will not understand that it's real pigs. That's amazing.
And we got a bunch of bunnies here. So many bunnies. They're making some weird alien sounds, but it's fine. They're cute and fluffy. We can excuse the alien sounds.
The animals are really cute in this game. They really are. Like
They
I'm
really
not
are.
really a farm animal person, but man, like the alpacas are just freaking adorable. The
Yeah,
goats are freaking adorable.
I
Ugh.
I just got to the alpaca section of this animal farm here, and of the ranch, so to speak, and that guy was smiling. Man, that these alpacas are grinning, or they're grimacing. I'm not sure. It's hard to say, but they are adorable. And I do like the way they skip run around. That's cute. Bumble bunnies? Yeah, no, those were totally bumble bunnies. Absolutely. Now we're in Sheeptown. Yeah, these are super adorable. My gosh. It does seem like it's a little more like just another crop, though, right? You just sort of plant a field of animal, and that's kind of it, huh?
A little. You do have to feed them every once in a while, and I know you can like set up an automatic feeder system,
Right.
but mostly I don't even harvest them unless I have a quest for them, and then I'll just go to that exact bin and like harvest. That sounds terrible. And just get that one specific type, where I store my bunnies, in a
Yeah, this is where I harvest the bunnies. There's all right. We found Ducky Town. All right. Well, yeah, I think we're just about to make MJ real happy right now. This is Ducktown. Yellow duckies too, of course. Well, these are tiny little guys. There we go. We got a smile out of her. Oh goodness, this is super cute. I really like this farm. This is great. I have to need to
Oh,
find.
now I see. I came over to the animal land and I see what you mean. This is making me sad.
Right? It
Like
A little
I
bit.
this is so industrial. This is way more industrial than mine. I put little like picket fences and
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'd
try
like
to make
make
them look cute.
pens. Exactly, right. I mean, I get it. I understand if this is a ranch and they're trying to focus on that farm part of farming, but like it does feel a little bit like crops that just happen to be cute animals. So that's it's fine.
Yeah, I guess. And the flowers are pretty much the same. I mean, you don't have to do any of this. You could just do just the one thing if all you wanted to do was crops. Or
Sure.
some people will do nothing but fish. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
I'm gonna sign the guest book. There we go. All right, should we check out one more before we sign off?
Sure.
All right, I'll pop out of this one and see. I was half tempted to visit Bro Farm, but
We have to do that now that you said it.
I don't know if that's gonna be in the list again because he did mention that it like
Ah.
refreshes over and over. But I'll.
How about chlorofarm?
I don't see Chlorofarm, but Rainbow Ribbon Ranch. That sounds adorable. That's at the bottom of my list here. I'm gonna check that one out.
Oh, I see Bro House now.
Oh,
Oh
dude.
man.
Oh, I don't know if I can. I can't join you if you're in a different farm, huh?
I you would think that you would be able to do that, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, this one has 5 people on it. I'm gonna click on that one.
Ooh. Oh, immediately like pretty rose garden in this area, in this farm that I'm at. This actually is like arranged really, really well. There's like, oh, there's some genuine, honest to goodness design kind of put into this, not just industrial efficiency or anything like. I mean, there's sections where it does look really like lined up and purpose built, but like there's a little bit of some like aesthetic put into this one. It's very colorful. Yeah, agreed, Teacup. This is really nice. Also, the trees are extremely dense. Alright, I need to see what's going on here. This is like their... I guess they must have like started this way and then they sort of like expanded outwards into like different sub-farms or subsections. It's really lovely.
It looks realistic instead of industrial. I really love that.
Exactly. It
It's
does.
it's not going to be easy to actually harvest or like do quests or anything, but it looks so good.
It looks too good, and I thought those are train tracks. Those are just board like trails. Okay, never mind. This is nice. I really like this, and they actually like. Yeah, you can totally tell this is about aesthetics first because they have like fencing and hedging in like separate, like arranged, designed ways in this part of the flower farm. Yeah. That's super lovely. It is nice to find, and not to disparage anybody who does the industrial or the efficient arrangements, so that's perfectly fine. You do you. I played like the old SimCity games very similarly, but at the same time, when you have somebody who takes a few moments to put a little thoughtfulness into the way that things are laid out, that's super cool. Oh, this is so cute. I really should get into this a little bit more, honestly. It is adorable.
Yeah, if you can just make it like through the first couple of hours where it's starting to like, okay, I've done everything, all my corn is planted, and now I'm just twiddling my thumbs. If you can make it through that, I think you'll get hooked.
Yeah, I can see where people get into it clearly, because you have people who, you have Bree who has like an amazing layout and a perfectly arranged farm for the purposes that they play this game, and then you have what looks like a park for ducks. Like this is super cute.
I
Oh,
love it.
that's so good. Thank you so very much for joining me, Bree. Truly. This was awesome. I appreciate you taking the time. And we do need to play Palia together for sure.
Oh, I am totally down for Palia. Oh my gosh, a weekend no life Palia is so hard.
We really could. I have no life Paleo so hard. So I get it. Yeah, this is fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Truly, I hope you had a good time.
Well, I did. I don't know if anybody else did, but I did anyway. Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us for today's stream. We have more through the rest of the week, like usual. Later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ is live with some Adventure Quest 3D. Saturday, June 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern, MJ is back for Sandbox Saturday in V Rising. And then on Sunday, June 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern, I am back with my Eorzea Sunday crew for Final Fantasy XIV as we try to get revenge on the Brute Bomber raid. So we hope you join us for all of that. Thank you so much for joining us today. And like always, thank you to everybody for all of the support you provide to Massively Overpowered, whether you're watching our streams live or on demand, reading what we have to write on the website, or if you're doing generous things like donating bits to the channel, subscribing to the channel, whitelisting the ads on the site, or if you're one of our amazing Patreon supporters. No matter what you do top to bottom, you are the fuel that keeps Massively OP going. See you later tonight. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye!
Later, everybody.